One cold morning, a young man entered a small cafe looking frustrated. He ordered a coffee and sat down, mumbling to himself. An old man nearby noticed and said kindly, "You look troubled, my friend. What's wrong?" The young man sighed. "Everything's falling apart. My job, my plans, my life. Nothing works." The old man smiled gently. "Let me show you something," he said. He called the waiter, asked for salt, and poured a spoonful into the young man's coffee. "Now drink it." The young man looked confused but took a sip. Immediately he spat it out. "Ugh, it's disgusting." The old man laughed softly and said, "Come back tomorrow morning and I'll show you the rest of the lesson." The next morning the young man stood outside the cafe, uncertain but intrigued. He took a deep breath, pushed the door open and stepped inside. The old man was already waiting at the same table, his eyes twinkling with anticipation. "Welcome back," he exclaimed warmly. "Are you ready for the rest of your lesson?" The young man nodded, eager to understand what this peculiar adventure was all about. The old man began by pouring fresh coffee into 2 cups, the rich aroma filling the air as he looked at the young man with a warm smile. "Now taste this," he said, handing 1 cup to him. The young man took a cautious sip, and as the smooth flavor danced on his tongue, surprise washed over his face. "This is incredible," he exclaimed, realizing that not all experiences are the same, even if they start from a bitter place. The next morning the young man returned, curious about what the old man would teach him today. The old man was already there, smiling gently, ready to share another important lesson about life. He said, "Remember that salt from yesterday? Watch this." The old man took a handful of salt and added it to a large pot of water, inviting the young man to taste it and learn an important lesson about perspective. The young man took a sip and exclaimed, "It's fine, I can't taste the salt anymore," his confusion turning into a moment of clarity. The old man nodded and said, "That's life, my boy. The salt is your problems, always the same, but the size of your heart, your mind, that's the water." He smiled warmly and continued, "If your heart is small, your problems taste bitter. If you make it bigger, you won't even notice the pain." The young man sat silently reflecting on the old man's wisdom, and for the first time in days he smiled, feeling a sense of lightness and hope. With a renewed spirit, the young man stood up, ready to face the world anew, and the old man's heart swelled with pride at the transformation he had witnessed. As the young man stepped out into the sunlight, he felt a wave of confidence wash over him, ready to tackle whatever challenges life would throw his way. With each step along the sunlit path, the young man embraced the lessons learned, feeling the weight of his problems lift as he moved forward into a brighter future.